processes, internal processes. So what do you want me to tell you? Everything went well. Thank you very much.
We are now at a very pivotal moment in the campaign process. You recall that I had actually taken the form, filled it, submitted to the Secretariat, and a panel was established by the party to actually conduct a screening and interview the candidates. At 11 o'clock this morning, I came and I got screened. So going forward, we are now going to go through a major momentous event in the sense that we will either undergo a consensus exercise or go into direct primaries within the short period of time that is available. I stand ready, able and willing to go through that process. And if I'm successful in being the nominee, I would like to pledge to the Nigerian people that I will wage a campaign that is disciplined, focused, and geared towards meeting the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians at a very difficult moment in the nation's history, given problems that relate to insecurity, the high cost of living crisis, massive unemployment, the lack of jobs, lack of power, lack of infrastructure, dilapidated educational and health institutions. One of my first priorities is actually tackle these issues headlong. So I am campaigning on all of these things plus much more. It's perfectly okay as far as I'm concerned. It was a seamless exercise. Loads and loads of documents, if you are familiar with the screening process, were requested from us. And therefore, each of these documents needed to be verified. And each member of the panel needed to cite it to corroborate for them to reach an agreement that these documents are valid. So, and then there were a couple of questions that were asked, which I'm not at liberty to disclose, in terms of one's knowledge of the party, the manifesto, the constitution, and one's knowledge of what it takes to govern a country. So the party would decide what it wants to do. As a loyal party member, I have signed the code of ethics. Whatever mode of primaries that the party decides to conduct, I have to abide by it and I subscribe to it. It will be discussed behind closed doors. I'm at no liberty to provide you an answer on that.
He was having lunch with us. He came at lunchtime, so we ate. And after lunch, we continued with the process. So nobody took extra time. Thank you. So there are certain constitutional requirements that must be met. There are also party requirements that must be met. So an exercise like that is hardly take a bow and go because it's important that their documentation be verified and all the other necessary requirements of the party are fulfilled. So that was the exercise that was concluded.
Okay, lastly from me, we discovered that the
It's simple. I didn't speak Igbo or Ikore or Hausa. I spoke English.
Let me start by saying that it's a committee appointed by the party, and we have to report back our findings to the party. So our findings will be reported back to the party before they are made public. We're not at liberty to say that this and that about any of the aspirants. But all we can say is that the process went very well. The 3 aspirants were in attendance and we received their documents and screened them, and we'll be reporting back to the party accordingly.
Well, I wanted to ask a question whether...
What question? You need to go ask them.
Sir, but if at the end the party conclude to have a consensus candidate, will you abide by that?
You said the party. I'm a member of the party now. But I'm a member of the party. So if that's the party's decision, then once it's a process that all of us participate in, well, is my colleague. Then all of them there are people I know. We're just gisting. Nothing more than just we're telling stories.
Okay. Sir, please consider.
You say that I'm a youth, so what do you have in mind?
Considering you're
I'm 60.
right. You're the youngest. You're the youngest aspirant.
So I'm 60. So if you're asking what do they have in mind for us,
Right.
all of us who are the youth.
Yes, sir.
But you see, it's not what you have in mind for you. What you have in mind for Nigerians, especially the poor Nigerians. Look at education. Nigeria has effectively broken education into two: for the rich and for the poor. The rich go to private schools, the poor go to public schools. Again, I always say, please make this in a referendum. All of us have been we have held one position or the other. Let's go back to what the positions we served and assess us by that. I was governor of Rivers State. I built education to the standard that people were withdrawing their children from private schools to government schools. You can ask. I'm ready to sponsor the people to go to university and ask. We built health infrastructure, employed 400 doctors. When we came, it was just 200 doctors. We had 400 more to make it 600. And then we pursued free healthcare. Free healthcare does not mean that you won't pay. I mean, that government won't pay. Doctors were told to see you, assess you, and charge government. At the end of the month, we pay it to the hospital. If it's a government hospital, we pay the money to the government hospital. If it's our primary healthcare centers, because we have primary healthcare in every village. And every primary healthcare had a doctor, had 2 nurses. So we paid money to the primary healthcare based on the number of patients we saw. And then they use that money to run the health centers. So assess us by what we have done and reach a conclusion. Well, I'm hearing I'm from north, I'm from south, I'm from east. I'm not from south or east or west. I'm a Nigerian. If I become a president, I will not be in this nation. There will be citizenship. We are first and foremost citizens of Nigeria. All this, I'm west, I'm north, I'm east. And they're calling people to vote for you based on religion and.
Will you abolish federal character based on what you say?
There will be no federal character. Every Nigerian will be a member of the federation. Federal character is because the system is unfair. So one way to manage the system is to say give shares to areas of this. Make everybody okay. Let me give you an example. If everybody is employed, would that be armed robbers? I used to say it's in Port Harcourt. I say if all of us are working in share, you won't have time to rob because 6 a.m. you're at work, 6 p.m. you are closed. You are too tired to wake up to carry gun. The reason why you're seeing people carry gun, kidnap people, is because the system